Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. I'm your host, Jose Garza, and tonight I'm here with my own Patriots teammate, my brother from another mother, but still under the Brady privilege. It is my boy Milton. I'm going, buddy.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, dude.
Of course, man. Of course.
Pat Nation
Now,
in the building.
Pat's Nation. Now, guys, unless you haven't read the title, do your
Yeah.
job. The Patriots are back. We're trying to tell people. So here we are tonight to talk about our Patriots, to talk about this upcoming season, talk about the new era, the new regime. Obviously, Pats fans in the last 20 years have had a gorgeous time as far as six championships, or I'll say 25 years because, that's the more legitimate right way. Mm-hmm. But, since Tom Brady left 6 years ago, it's been a little rough.
Yeah.
It's been a little rough for you.
Pretty rough, actually. Very rough.
I mean, Belichick's gone downhill so bad that he had to start dating teenagers.
Yeah, midlife crisis a little late, buddy. A little late.
It's AARP crisis at this point, Milton.
Yeah.
Josh McDaniels couldn't hold a job. Now he's back with us. Gerard Mayo could only be a coach for 1 year. But we're here now, 2025. We are different.
100%. Mike Vrabel privilege is in suit, and I'm actually here for it.
Hey, man, we're talking about a head coach that is willing to get down and dirty to practice with his own players,
right?
To end scuffles. Now, we have to talk about the downs. We do have to talk about the downs. Now, What led to this point? Obviously, 2020, Tom Brady has the decision to make. Goes and talks to Robert Kraft. I say, I want to stay. Kraft says, it's up to Bill. Talks to Bill. Says, well, Tom, I'd love to have you here, but we can't offer you this much money, so we can only offer you this much. And so, that's all we can do. Tom's insulted. Says, got time to go. Goes on to win Super Bowl number 7, but with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So instead of that banner behind you saying 7-time champion, it stays at 6.
Totally 6.
It stays at 6.
Damn it. Yeah. Damn you, Bill.
Bill Belichick thinks his way is the right way. So what happens in 2020, Milton? We sign Cam Newton. We don't have the future anymore because Jimmy G left a few years ago.
Yeah.
At that point. Jacoby Brissett, we traded him away. We didn't believe in him. So he said, you know what? Old man Cam, come on in. And how did 2020 start? Fantastic, actually.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Gave us false hope. He had a great first game. Fantastic showing. Second game against the Seahawks in a losing effort. Great showing still. Mm-hmm. Then he got COVID. Then he came back. Was sloppy. Didn't do well the rest of the season. And then, we ended up in a negative record. It's fine. It's fine. We think it's going to be it's one thing. We're gonna try something else. All right. We dropped this kid, national champion, Alabama, Milton, Mac Jones.
Yeah,
supposed to be the new Tom Brady.
Yep.
Supposed to be.
I believed.
Why clean cut?
Damn it. A winner.
Because he came from Nick Saban's loins.
Yeah.
And he takes us to the playoffs in first season.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look pretty the whole season, by the way. I want to say that real quick. It never looked pretty that first season. But a lot of people attribute it, it's just because he's a rookie. Not the fact that it was also he had Josh McDaniels. Not only did he have Julian Edelman still there to bail him out.
And a top 10 running game as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then what happens after that, Milton? Oh, let's all forget. He's also a Pro Bowler.
Well,
Mac Jones is our Pro Bowler.
Yeah. That's when it went downhill, Pro Bowl.
Yeah, when he started doing the gritty, with that false touchdown.
Yeah. That's when we should have saw the writing on the wall then and there, but I was blinded.
Yep, blinded that he lost his job to Bailey Zappi. Bailey Zappi's a Texas-bred boy. Out here, he played against my cousin Marco in high school, apparently. I forgot who the winner was. I think it was my cousin Marco in East Central. Does that mean anything? Absolutely not. But then we say, you know what? We'll get rid of both of them. We'll draft number 4 overall. We'll draft Drake May.
Yep.
We'll get rid of Bill. It's done, Bill. It's done. You're done. You're cooked.
Yes.
Fired. They were not even like, oh, you want to resign? Well, actually, Rob, no, you're fired. I was like, oh, sorry. We bring in Gerard Mayo, the
heir apparent.
The heir apparent.
Gosh, in a contract. Keep going.
Yeah, to avoid all the litigations, to Rooney Rule and all that stuff, so we can avoid all that. We promote from within. Gerard Mayo starts Jacoby Brissett because our O-line sucked so bad that we need to protect Drake May, our future, which I understand, which is why actually I wanted to.
Right. Likewise. Yeah.
Jacoby's so bad that we have to play Drake May. You actually think he gets hurt at one point. Then Drake May gets concussed against the Jets. Got put in Jacoby back in for a while. Then Drake comes out, 15 touchdowns total, 10 interceptions. Looks really well, but our coaching's just horrible, Milton. Coaching's bad. Coaching's really bad. You got guys like Matthew Judon gone. Keon White said, "What are we doing?" Everybody out there, Rob Ninkovich, everybody that's got a podcast that's former Patriot related, Julian Edelman, everyone's confused. So what was Mike Vrabel say? Well, guys, I'm ready to be a head coach again after 1 year off, after being off from Tennessee.
Thank God.
Jeez. And Robert Kraft said, "Do I have the balls?" He looked right at Milton and said, "Milton, do I have the balls to fire Gerard Mayo, a son of mine, a son of mine, someone I love near and dear to my heart? Do I have the balls enough to fire him after 1 year?" You're damn right I do. That's why I bought this freaking organization. So we fired Gerard Mayo's ass. We bring in Mike Vrabel, and now suddenly, culture change. Oh, we have an identity again, Milton.
We have an identity.
Milton,
we're tough again, guys.
Milton, talk to me. Talk to me about this feeling right now that the Patriots fans are feeling right now.
We're tough again. We have an identity. Mike Vrabel is the more balanced and structured Dan Campbell, bite him in the kneecaps, that has proven success with or without star talent. So we finally have that guy is what we need. A young team that has no identity anymore and is in an identity crisis, if we're being honest, because of what we were, Patriot way, to becoming a laughingstock of the NFL. Now, that is no more. No matter how we predict our season's going to be, we will not be a laughingstock. No more.
No. And we certainly will never be putting brown bags over our heads.
No.
We will not be the Cleveland Browns. No, sir.
Never.
No, we will not be the New York Jets. No.
Never.
No.
Or the Aints. Ever.
The Aints. Never. And we're certainly not going to be the Miami Dolphins, still right along one undefeated season 50 years ago.
They just love that. They
love it. They love it so much. But you know what? They can't. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because, Milton, what I've loved is that right now with even Elliot Wolf, who we've discussed before in your pod, in the People's Debate, check him out, guys, on Wednesdays. Follow him, subscribe, or Milton does not sleep. We've discussed that Elliot Wolf, maybe not a good GM and stuff like that. Yeah. With him under Mike Vrabel, who is a former player, former Patriots player, number 50, 10 touchdowns, I believe. Yeah. So even he, with Mike Vrabel, is not afraid about possibly cutting guys like Kyle Duggar, Jennings. Yeah. And so we're getting to the point right now where 2 preseason games in, 1 week out before we have to do the 53-man roster. Mm-hmm. I like that they're not afraid right now about cutting some guys that have a bigger contracts. Because Kyle Duggar, our safety, he just signed an extension last year.
And Kyle Duggar is such a weird. I thought it was the perfect situation. Peppers, Duggar. And then last year happened, and he absolutely stunk up the place. I mean, last year we stunk, but our secondary, I believe we were still 10 in yards, like top 10 in yards, and he was the weak link. And I don't even want to hold that against him, but in preseason and training camp, he seems to still be a weak link. But I agree with you. I'm actually happy. I hope he fixes it because I really like the talent. But I'm happy that they're willing to say, hey, y'all made a bad decision. And guess what? Y'all called me here to fix everything. And in Vrabel, we trust.
With Kyle Duggar specifically, so we can stay on him for just a little bit. Please. There was that notion that he did get that high ankle sprain early last season. He didn't sit out. He kept on playing. He toughed it out. Okay. Come to find out, Milton, it was worse than they thought.
Oh.
They looked at it because he had to have off-season surgery, and it was worse than they thought, the damage.
Yeah, right.
So after they cleaned it up and everything, they realized, well, we should have sat you out immediately.
Mm-hmm.
If they had sat him out, maybe they could have saved his career. But now he's one step slower. And it's just he's not good no more. So
that's another Gerard Mayo. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
So, that's also could be the medical team too. You could to be fair. It's not just Gerard.
The positive, if we can take any positive out of that, just in case if he does miss time or he gets released or whatever the case may be, we do have another safety in. What's his name? Mapu?
Yes.
Mapu, I think. Mm-hmm. He is a young talent, and he hasn't had a lot of snaps, but in the snaps that he's played well. So, fingers crossed. Maybe that's why they're like, oh, well, if we have to move off him, we will.
Well, Mapu would have to move from
strong safety, right?
No, he's actually so they've been testing him at safety, but he's actually a linebacker.
Oh, whoa. All right. That's different. Didn't know that. When the heck did that okay. That's going to be interesting. Wait a minute. Hold on.
So, but we still got Marcus Epps out there. And if you want to try out Marcus Jones, he's a flexible guy. You can put him anywhere. So, there's a lot of things that could happen. We'll see. Brandon Schooler's still out there. So, it'll be an interesting formula to see, what happens with Pat Nation. Alex is in chat. He says, send the link. Well, Alex, right now I'm actually going to focus on just Patriots fans. I will have a Bears episode later down the line, so it's just the Bears fans on it. Tonight, I just wanted to have pure Patriots fandom. Then we did invite Chad to be on here, who is our co-host of, Bell to Bell, but he's at the gym right now working on that middleweight class division that he's going to be participating in real soon.
Right.
So guys, that is going to be the formula we are looking at right now. Probably at Puro Pinche Sports is right now Patriots. Maybe we'll do Bears for Alex and other Bears fans if we know any. Cowboys fans, obviously James out there, and I got a lot of friends. Obviously, we're in Texas, so definitely a lot of people there. Texans and other stuff like that. So we'll talk about specifically those teams when down the line as we get into the season and even throughout the season. So obviously, gotta talk to the defending champion Jalen, and his crew soon enough. But for right now, we'll start with the Patriots and Milton. 2 preseason games in.
Yes,
I'll say first game was pretty. It was beautiful. It was immaculate to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Second game a little more contested, which is I like. I want because it is under a coach, right? It's not obviously down the preseason line. It's second, third string, fourth string guys are trying to earn their spots. But what I like is the coaching staff, obviously, for the Minnesota Vikings. Guys, check out People's Debate. Milton has this video about explaining why he believes the Minnesota Vikings will win the NFC North.
Yes, sir.
So and I believe in that too. I was on his channel last week, and we agree that they are going to be top contenders and winning the division. So this, I had seen a lot about their practices last week, Milton, with the Minnesota Vikings.
Right.
Drake May wasn't looking good. The offense was struggling a little bit against the Minnesota Vikings team. But then they came out in the preseason game and looked a lot better. And obviously they won 20-12. Mm-hmm. But I was impressed that, because it's gonna be a grind to move up, right? It's not gonna be like, oh, just like that. We're going to get 11, 12 wins. We're back in it like that. No, we need to be battle tested. And I like that. I like that we're working with a team that could battle test us.
100%. And also to add on to that, how many times are we going to see a blitz scheme, a defensive front like the Minnesota Vikings? We're not.
No.
So it's good. Like when the joint practices, when Drake May wasn't looking quote unquote good and all of that, that's okay. We just want to make sure that he's not making too many mistakes when dealing with that style of defense. That's good that we're seeing that now, because if you look at our schedule, we play maybe 2 or 3 elite fronts with secondary play with good coaching. And Brian Flores is a different monster. Okay. So it's good that we saw that. I think that's just going to benefit Drake May, especially, and hopefully our offensive line as a unit as the season progresses. Seeing that now.
Yeah. And of course, there's still time for us to build. Now, we do have $60 million left on the cap for this year. Not so much for the next following year. So I wanted to ask you, do we need to make a big trade? Now, obviously, there's guys out there right now, Trey Hendrickson. There's a Micah Parsons potentially. There's even a Terry McLaurin. There's a lot of people considering, should the Patriots make the big splash? Should they give up maybe a first or two, young player, whatever, offense or defense, depending which one they go with? And should they go make that move to make a big impact this year?
Well, my opinion is for Micah, drop the freaking Brinks truck. Don't care. Yeah, give the rest of the $60 million and a first-round pick. I'm okay with that. 100% Micah only. That's it. Trey Hendrickson, of course. Like if we could get him for not for the asking price of what they're asking for, a young defensive talent and a first round. No, because guess what? We have a easier schedule this year. Cool. We have a better team this year. Cool. We're not going to win a freaking Super Bowl. So why are we going to do that? I don't see the huge net positive for our future with Hendrickson. Now, some of these free agents that are still available, I would like to maybe not get too aggressive, but money-wise, we have some money floating around. There's Asante Samuel Jr. still out there. We could use him as a depth piece. There's Amari Cooper. We could definitely use another receiver, just a trustworthy name. Sure, he's older, but who cares? He's a trustworthy name. I'll take him. So I think we should, if we're going to do anything drastic, quote unquote, I would do more free agency or, like I said, Micah. Yeah, Micah, 60 million right now. I'll give him whatever he wants. Don't care.
Let's not do the whole 60, but I like the fire that you got.
Next three first rounders. Give it to him. I don't care. Yeah, Micah's a chess piece that will benefit us for the next 5, 6, 7 years. So I can see that. But Trey Hendrickson, if we're gonna win now, sure. But I don't
love for a potential adding another wide receiver one in Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin. The only reason why I'm not thinking Terry McLaurin, I think a deal is going to get done. I have no idea.
Right.
Of course, that could not happen. I would love Terry, of course, over Amari Cooper, over any of the receivers that's available. But I just think a deal is going to get done. That's why I'm focusing more on the actual free agents, because I think that's more plausible for us right now. What about you? What do you think?
Well, with Terry, I would love Terry's skills. He's fantastic.
Of course, yeah.
Great route running.
Yeah.
You put him with Stephon Diggs. I mean, honestly, doesn't matter which one you believe is wide receiver one. They're both around the same age, and they're both going to kill it, in my opinion, this year, no matter what team they play for.
I agree.
I have very confident in Stephon Diggs. I know there's a lot of people that have questioned doubts, obviously, more because of his persona, his personality, and his decision makings outside football. But that's his own personal life, and honestly, as long as he's not bringing that negativity into the locker room, I'm not really worried about it. The whole thing with Josh Allen and the Bills, well, I can understand years of frustration. They're stuck at one spot, and he's just tired of it. I can understand that. And what player wouldn't be, right? Mm-hmm. But let me ask you, Milton. Right now, we're looking at the wide receiver room. Ours has been one of the weakest for the last 4 or 5 years. Even, even in the Brady era. We chose N'Keal Harry instead of Deebo Samuel or A.J. Brown or DK Metcalf. So We've been weak in the wide receiver rooms, even with Edelman retiring. That hurt us a lot.
Mhm.
But now we're looking at maybe the final 7: Stephon Diggs,
Right.
Pop Douglas,
Yep.
Kashawn Booty,
Yep.
Matt Collins,
Yep.
Efton Chisholm,
Yep.
which is a guy that's, I believe, was undrafted and has now been just everyone's favorite.
Yeah. We got another go ahead.
Kyle Williams, who we got in the on day 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last spot will probably go to either Javon Baker, because Jalen Polk is hurt and it looks like he's probably going to be walking out the door, or we're going to be letting me go, I should be saying.
That'll be a joke.
There'll be interest from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
If he's out. So those
Kendrick Bourne
7
will probably be trading Kendrick Bourne as well.
Yeah, he might be going back to San Fran, to be honest with you. That's always been certain talks. Yeah, so this year's locker room with the names I just said, how are you feeling about those names?
Well, of course, if we break down the locker room, the depth, the number 1, number 2, number 3, comparing it to other teams, we're still towards the bottom. But I do, compared to last year, I think Mac Hollins is a good blanket player. A good, whatever floor I get from Mac Hollins, I'm comfortable with that. And there is possibility for some ceiling play out of a guy like Mac Hollins. Every now and again, have over 100 yards, maybe 2 tubs. He's that kind of guy. So I really like that. And I agree with your Stephon Diggs take. I think you're more high on him than me. But I'm still high on him, though. I do think Stephon Diggs is going to be a 1,000-yard receiver this year. I think he's fine. So with him, with Mac Hollins, I actually love the route running of the young wide receiver we got in, the 3rd round, Kyle Williams?
Yeah.
I love his route running. So, I don't think that'll translate necessarily so quickly against defenses, but it just depends. Again, when I look at our schedule, going up against top pass defenses, top corners, we don't have a lot of those plays. We don't have a lot of those teams. So,
yeah,
I don't think we need that just game-changing wide receiver right now. I think our running game by committee is going to be much better. I think with that being said, Drake May is going to be more efficient. But to answer your question, our wide receiver room, I'm content with it. It could be better, but
yeah,
I'm content. I don't think it's going to. If it's going to be a limiting factor, it's going to be a limiting factor in the playoffs. That makes sense. Yeah.
No, I got you. Well, I've been high on Stephon Diggs since we signed him. People questioning, will he be ready by week 1? Will he be ready? I was confident because even prior to signing with the Pats, he was already putting up videos of him working out.
Right.
His knees looking good. Last week when he was working against the Minnesota Vikings, homecoming for him, right? Because he used to be a Viking himself to start his career. Obviously, he cooked Jeff Okudah in one of those plays where Jeff Okudah was like, "Oh, well, I'm going back to Detroit."
I can't believe Jeff Okudah, yeah,
it's still around, yeah. And then on the the one previous before that, that's not enough out there, not viral enough in my opinion, is the one where he cooked Byron Murphy, where he just ran up, he cooked him up, he ran up the seam, didn't put his hands out until the last second, boom, caught the ball right in front of him. He had to stop, he had to slow himself down. Diggs did because the ball didn't go far. Now it would have been a touchdown if Drake had really let that go.
Short, yeah.
So it was a little short. So, but he didn't. He of course the great vision that Diggs has. He slows down. He doesn't put his hands up. Boom! That second, boom, got it.
That's the thing with people that are doubting Diggs. There's no real good reasoning for it. Like you said, when they talk about the persona, okay, I'm talking about his football skills. I don't care. One, Vrabel's not going to deal with it. Diggs has respect for Vrabel. He knows Vrabel's not going to deal with it. So that's not going to be a thing. So take that out. On the field, what gives people the idea that Diggs is just going to be a bust or he's washed? Oh, is he going to be Diggs from the beginning of Buffalo? Maybe not. But if we get 80% of that, which is plausible or better.
Which I don't even understand what's the knocking on Stephon Diggs in Houston. I made the case like he in 8 games he had 496
Yes,
with
sir.
yards with 3 touchdowns. That means with 9 games left, he could have easily hit 1,000. And especially with the situation that happened with Tank Dell, he would have even got more reps.
And he was just getting his feet wet with a whole new
Yes.
offense. I agree with you.
Yeah. So this, and I believe and I feel that he's really getting in tune with Drake May, and he sees Josh Allen and Drake May, which maybe not every Patriots fan wants to hear. But we're talking about the upside, right? We're not talking about the Buffalo Bill. We're talking about the potential of like legs and arms and stuff like that. So I do think that Stephon Diggs sees a lot of that in Drake May. Now, Drake May, sophomore year, could have a sophomore slump. We obviously hope not, right? But we hope, he's going into now year 2 with second coach, which I dread every time that, young guys have to get new coaches. Caleb Williams already has his 4th coach in 2 years. But now with a Josh McDaniels scheme, Milton, which we know
it's different compared to the other guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's so much different because, Josh McDaniels, say what you want, horrible head coach, horrible, 100%. Worst of them all, right? But as an offensive coordinator, he just finds a way. Like Mac Jones was a bust. And he found a way to bring out the best of him. Those 10 wins, those 10 ugly wins. He couldn't throw that far. It was very inaccurate at times. Cam Newton, even the year we had the 1 year with Cam, like he tried to bring out the best out of Cam. Cam did some good things. I think we went like, what was it, 89, 7-10? I forgot that year.
89. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they were trying. Oh no, it was at 7-9 because it was still only a 16-game season at the time.
Oh, you might be right. Yeah, you might be right.
Might be 7-9. Yeah. So Josh McDaniels, I mean, compared to last year, what was our OC last year? What was our OC?
And he absolutely sucked. I hated. Yeah, I'm not going to go on a rant. Did not like.
No, rant, please.
I didn't understand. It was like we're getting this guy that's been in the NFL for God knows how long. Never got an offensive, not an offensive. He's been an offensive coordinator for God knows how long. Never has had an interview for a head coaching position. Why? Nobody asked why. Nobody. Well, that's why. Because our offense was just bleak. If it's the offensive line didn't play just even 25th level, the offense didn't look like anything at all. Good offensive coordinators know how to adapt. And we had a bad offensive line. Yeah. Duh. There's other teams that have bad offensive lines and they get hurt and they've played fine. You can notice it, but it doesn't just ruin a game and make us look like we don't belong on the field. Right. So, yes, Josh McDaniels as the offensive coordinator, sure, the understandable pushback, a lot of those years was with Tom Brady. Tom Brady makes any OC look good. Gotcha. I'm cool with that. I agree. But like you said, Cam Newton, he made him look decent. Mac Jones gave him a Pro Bowl year. And he's a all-around, well-balanced offense machine. He's not just, you know what you're going to get with Josh McDaniels. You know what you're going to get as far as a well-run offense, but you don't know if it's going to be number 15 overall in rushing, number 8 overall in rushing. You never know. Because, again, with Mac Jones, when we actually made the playoffs, Ramondre Stevenson was young. He was the kind of scat back, funny enough, and that was when we had Damian Harris as the other running back. And so we had the double tandem, and we made it work offensively.
No, for sure. And for people out there who were like, who's Milton talking about? Alex Van Pelt was a bad OC.
Sucked.
Milton, I want to give you his resume. This is how bad it is. And I'm talking about NFL resume.
Please do.
Buffalo Bills, offensive quality control. The 06-07 year. Buffalo Bills quarterbacks coach in 08. He was their quarterback coach and OC in 09. So you're talking about a guy who was OC, like you said, never got a head coaching job, never got a head coaching offer. So since 09, he's been at least an OC and
so long.
Yes. Tampa Bay quarterback coach for 2 years. Green Bay Packers running back coach for 2 years. quarterback coach for the Packers for 3 years. For the Bengals, quarterback coach, offensive coordinator for the Browns for 3 years, coordinator and quarterback coach, then offensive coordinator for us, and now he's a senior offensive assistant in the Rams. Good luck, LA.
LA is smoked. I wish I would have known that doing okay. Yeah. They're done.
Well,
I'm just kidding. They're not done. But yeah. He's not going to provide any freaking nothing.
No. So, and of course, they had we had Ben McAdoo last year, and McAdoo was horrible with the Giants. So I don't even want to hear what was the reason to hire him. Scott Peters is still our offensive line coach, I believe. I don't believe they turned him over. Oh no, he's the Bengals offensive. Oh, I'm so sorry, Cincy. Well, we saw that preseason game, so
that didn't look good. But offensive line, it depends. I think as long as our offensive line is better, it'll be, and which it is going to easily be better. Just how good is it going to be? That's probably the fair question on how far this offense can actually thrive. The skill possession players is one thing. The offensive line is a bigger
right. We still have Ben McAdoo. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
he's just on our defense now.
He's on our defense. Interesting.
Yeah, he's a senior defensive assistant now instead of offense. That's all right. Well, that doesn't make me feel any better.
Well, with the the main thing is Mike Vrabel brought his guy from Detroit to be the defensive coordinator. We're banking. We're of course we believe our offense is going to be better, but we're banking on our defense. That's what we're doing. Our defense has been, even when it hasn't played well overall, it's still good. You still see the pieces there. You still see the desire there with a lot of the players, especially Peppers. I'm glad he's coming back. So that's what we're going to bank everything on. If our defense can play up to par and keep it steady, our offense is just going to be better.
Yeah, man. I mean, okay, so one of the big highlights I have, and Alex brought this up, he says Drake won't be asked to do much. It's going to look like Tennessee. The team is going to be shaped like that, which is good for his development. Go into true pro style QB with play action pass bootleg. Absolutely. And I think one of the biggest highlights, which is a guy on our offense, I think is going to be, for individually, right, our team's offensive player of the year, I do think it's going to be Travion Henderson, our second round pick. Very explosive, Milton. Give him a 99, 98, whatever you want on Madden already. Anytime he touched the ball, I'm just been so impressed with him. Yeah. And obviously, if you ask guys like Alex and Ohio State fans, he wasn't even the RB1 in Ohio State. It was Quinshon Judkins. Yeah. He's in Cleveland right now, doing his own things. Hopefully, he gets signed. Maybe not. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But Travion Henderson, anytime he touches the ball, Milton. Game 1 of preseason, first just a kickoff. Right. Just a kickoff.
First hands on the ball.
100-yard touchdown. Yep. The next 2 drives later, when it's a touchdown drive, just explosive, bro. Like we have not had explosivity in our backfield for a minute since our days with not James White,
Blunt.
Not even Garrett Blunt. I don't feel like he was a powerhouse, but he didn't have like that second gear speed, like Vareem. Shane Vareem.
Shane Vareem. Yeah, I brought it back. Number 34. Right on.
Yes. Yeah. Like I want like that explosivity, like out of nowhere, like boom, like.
And he could do that because when you watch the Minnesota game, there were periods of time, because he played a lot, luckily, that he wasn't doing much. When they were running him in the inside, he was getting stopped, which again, I think even the second part of the Vikings, I think the Vikings defense is going to be good, especially in the trenches. But he did have that touchdown run where he broke a couple tackles, and that explosive, like you said, that explosivity is there. It's always going to be there. As long as, again, McDaniels is able to utilize all of the running backs, because I think I don't want to cut any of the 3. Obviously, Henderson's not going to get cut, but Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson, I want all 3. Let us keep all 3, because that's, I think, where our offense will flourish.
Yeah, I do know that they might want to. They're gonna keep all three, right? Because I mean,
I hope so.
why not, right? Like you just extended Ramondre last
They
year.
might trade Antonio Gibson. I really hope not.
I mean, he's a good solid three. He's not like
Think so?
he's also cheap, right? Like he's not, you can like we still need punt returns, and I don't want to put Travion out there every punt
Right.
and kickoff returns.
Yeah.
I do want to save his legs for something. Now, what I do feel like they could use a compliment this year, more like Milton with this O line and tight ends. It'll be. I don't want to make it sound bad. It's gonna sound bad. It's gonna be a great value Lions running backfield.
No, that's
So
not.
like,
That's 100% accurate.
okay, so like Henderson will be the Gibbs, Stevenson will be like the Monty.
Yes, he's not Gibbs, and Stevenson's not Monty. Fair enough. Yes, it's good.
So,
that's fair.
So that's the kind of strategy I feel like they can do, and it could be very successful. Obviously, it works out for the Lions, but it's not a bad model for them to follow, especially if you're not that confident fully in the wide receiver room that you want to unleash Drake too much out on.
Yeah. And McDaniel's done that before. He uses 2 running backs if it's available. That's why I like
Blount was the last ones.
Yeah.
So Milton, before we cut off or anything like that, obviously, we can go Patriots Nation all day. Mm-hmm. We only have 2 weeks of preseason games. We have the 3rd one coming up, and we'll be starting a season 2. Like, what are your final thoughts on the 2025 pre-predictions, preseason Patriots? How are you feeling right now?
Well, like you said, it's the preseason. We don't know what's really going to happen. I am just happy that some of the younger players that I didn't know too much about, I get to see them play. I'm happy with their play, even again, if it's against the 2nd, 3rd string. Don't really care. Again, when I see Kyle Williams running a route, that's a good route, no matter who's on him. So when I see that kind of stuff, that's what I'm. But to answer your question, I'm looking forward to us having a season where competency is the key word for us. That's all. If we win 8 games, which I don't say we are, I think we're going to win more than that. But if we win 8 games, I want it to be where the only reason we lost 2, 3, 4 games was because of a fluke kick, whatever. Maybe we missed a kick.
Competitive losses.
Something, yes, where it's right down to the last second, last minute, and it's because the other team did something so well, not us blowing it. That's what I'm looking forward to. It's just competency with our team overall, offensively, defensively, which I believe we're going to have. That's really it. Offensively, I'm not looking for us to be a top 10, top 15 offense. I think running game, we can be that. I just want just competency, because offensive line, it's better. We all can agree. Non-Patriot fans can agree to that. It's still not great. No. There's a lot of question marks on our offensive line still. So, but it's better. And
as long as Cole Strange is starting, I have questions.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
And I think he might not. Left guard, when you go on PFF, they have a rookie, one of our rookies at left guard.
Is it Wilson? Yeah. It could be Wilson you're talking about, which, I mean, maybe you can probably right. Let me look at the depth chart just to be sure.
Yeah, Wilson. I don't know. I didn't see much of him play, so maybe I'm missing something. But I don't.
Well, how have you felt about Will Campbell?
Will Campbell, I like it. He misses some assignments and he gets beat. Well, that's okay. He plays like a Mike Vrabel kind of guy, which I can get down with. And he tries his best, it seems, every down in the preseason. So I'm cool with it. I think Will Campbell will. Oh, he's going to allow some sacks. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But
so like in the 2 preseason games, obviously it's short, presentation. And he's allowed 1 sack, fumble, which is miscommunication between him and Wilson, and it was bad on Drake's part for even throwing the ball and doing what he was trying to do with that thing. Alex is asking, do we think that is he the only one that thinks Campbell should be moved to guard?
His build, I get what Chi-Town's saying. His build, Yeah, but we're not going to do that. What other? No, definitely not.
Maybe down the line, if we can find someone else to take over that left tackle spot.
100%.
But as of right now, we don't have no competent left tackles to really say. And this goes back to what I keep saying on your channel, my channel, and whoever wants to listen. Us allowing the league, not just the Patriots, the league allowing the Chiefs to get Simmons, who was looked at the number 1 left tackle before his injury, was a bad call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kelvin Banks Jr. this offseason has been the highest rated left tackle. He's with the Saints this year. So good job, Saints. That's the one positive you've done so far this year. Everything else you ass.
Offensive line. Okay, all right. Leave the Saints alone. Kick them while they're down.
I'll kick them.
But again, to Chi-Town's part, build-wise, I get it. That's why even they had question marks with Will Campbell because his arms, the way he's built, I get it. Left guard, he probably would really just blossom.
He thrives.
Yeah, right. But with Mike O at the right guard, now he's back to his actual position because we got Morgan Moses, right? Mike O is our best offensive lineman, right? Yeah. So, sure, he might be able to do it, but I don't want to see him do that. Like, I want him to play his position. Just let us get the best out of him because our right side looks good. The left side is questionable, but I do like Will Campbell. I think he'll play fine. He won't be a weakness in our offense. He won't be a weakness in the offensive line. He won't be the reason why we're losing these games. Will Campbell's going to be fine. If I had any questions, it would be more on our center that we got from Minnesota, Bradbury.
Okay.
He's the guy that, I think he has it in him. I've seen good play from him, but I've also seen some what? Okay, well, don't know what that was, but it happened. Don't want that to happen to Drake May. That's all.
Hey, if the formula is for us to run the ball more than to pass it, then he'll be fine.
Yeah, it should be.
Because ask any lineman. I'd rather we be running the play than be passing the play.
Yes. And he's better at that as well. So it'll be a win-win for us. I think we'll be a more, as far as percentage, we'll probably be like a 56-44 run team. And I think we'll be able to do that because, again, competition. It's all about competition. Whenever on my channel or whenever I'm invited to your channel, we do these predictions. It's not about this team's better. This team will win. It's not. That's not how it is. Or when we're going over predictions on division, it's not that this team's just better than this team. When we look at the schedule, well, matchup-wise, with us, we match up well with every single team that we play other than like a Baltimore, Pittsburgh-ish. Even Cleveland, Tennessee could be a tough little outing. But we'll see.
Yeah. To close it out, that's exactly what I want you to do. I want you to run down the predictions for the 2025 New England Patriots.
Okay, hold on.
All right. I know you got it written down. I know you got this ready a long time ago, so.
I sure do. While I'm finding it, tell me what's your, as far as the projection of the 2025 and all that.
Oh, I get them going 10-7.
Well, other than that, like how you asked
me.
You're
talking. Mm-hmm. Well, so for me, I just want to see progress. Like you said, even like an 8-win season, 7 wins even. Progress from what we've been the last couple of years, that phony year that Drake, that Mac Jones got 10 wins. It was always going to be faulty, and you know how we got our butts whooped by the Buffalo Bills. That's how you knew it was always fraudulent. It was never real.
Yeah,
never real. Denver, good luck proving those dollars wrong because people are saying the same thing right now. I'm hearing that a lot right now because how badly they lost to Buffalo last year. But I mean, they got better structure than we did. At the time, so.
Come on, that's not comparable.
So I don't want to use that same thing, but I think they'll do better than obviously what we did. But no, I mean, I want to see progress. I want to see Drake May look better, more crisp, better throws, less recklessness. That's why that first drive that we had on offense, hung on to the ball, then threw it. It was bad. It looked like bad,
Yeah. We always do have to put this in perspective because preseason is preseason. If you watch Buffalo's preseason game, you'll be like, "Oh man, Josh Allen fell off a cliff." Josh Allen's just trying stuff. He's like, I want to see what I can get away with. Let's see what happens. It's preseason. So,
but Josh Allen is
more proof.
crisp. He knows he's that regime and everything. So this is even Mike Vrabel was like, well, we got to clean that shit up because I didn't like that either.
Yes, true. That's true. He actually did.
I just want to see us clean it up more and look a lot better and less sloppy and less turnovers. Look like we have like the identity we talked about. That's what I want us to have. Right. So that's the more thing that look. We're not gonna be close to the Super Bowl until way later down the line, unless something significant.
Wouldn't say way later. All right, we got if everything goes. I got the schedule, but if everything goes right this year, and then next year we gain a top X wide receiver, and then also let's say
AJ Brown reading that to Mike Vrabel. That's what you're saying.
Said, oh God! When he wore that jersey, I said, "Yo, we're in there."
In Patriots colors. He looks good in Patriots colors. Eh?
We're in there. We're getting him. That's it. But I don't think that's gonna happen. But I hope. Of course, if anybody stays up to date with the people's debate and my takes, I have the Philadelphia Eagles winning the division. But if they fall off a cliff, I would be so lovely right now, just so AJ Brown could be pissed off and they ship him off to the New England Patriots. But okay, I digress. My New England Patriot, I got it.
All right, so I'm gonna throw out the names and then you just tell me who wins.
Okay,
on that one, right? Mm-hmm. So again, just going with the 2025 New England Patriots prediction. All right, so week 1 versus the Raiders.
Win.
All right. Week 2 at Miami.
That's a loss. Early Miami. Only reason.
Week 3, Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's a win.
Ooh,
yep.
Okay.
I think they're not going to be in unison. Arthur Smith and Aaron Rodgers aren't going to be in unison together yet, and we get the win.
All right. Week 4 against the Panthers.
Blowout. We win. Yep.
Like
Carolina moving in the right direction. You're losing this game. Sorry.
All right. Week 5. Sunday Night Football against the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. So far, 0-2 in the division.
0-2 in the division. Okay. Week 6 at New Orleans.
Yes. This, I think, will actually be a funny, close game. We're going to be pissed off. We're going to win the game. Yeah. It's matchups, dude. So this could be an ugly, stupid game, but we win. We win the game.
Week 7 at Tennessee.
Another win. We're on a roll.
So I like that. Week 8 against Cleveland.
That's 3 in a row. We're on fire. Patriots actually have a better record than the Bills at this point of the season. We're going to win the division. That's the call. That's what's being talked about.
All right. Week 9 against the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, we're going to lose that game.
Bijan's
going to have like 200 on us. Yeah, unfortunately.
Damn. Yeah. Okay.
Like all-purpose yards.
Yeah. Week 10 at Tampa.
We're going to win that game. Yep. It's all matchups. So if you look at Tampa, one, I don't know if Kristen Wirf's going to be back. If he's not, Baker's going to die. Keon White is going to eat him alive. Harold Landry, second, is going to eat him alive. If we look at Tampa Bay, their secondary, that's when our no-name wide receivers can feast on that kind of secondary.
All right. Week 11 against the Jets.
We actually lose this game. We're not good in the division for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but we lose this game.
You're killing me, Milton. You're killing me here.
Matchups.
All right. Week 12 at Cincinnati.
Cincinnati gets their revenge. They beat us. We're on a 2-game losing streak. What was us?
Week 13 before the bye against the Giants.
Right before the bye, we lose to the stupid Giants. Our offensive line is going to be the huge question mark. The Brian Burns is going to get 5 pressures. Dexter Lawrence is going to get 2.5 sacks. Not going to look good for us.
All right. Well, after the bye, week 15 against the Buffalo Bills.
That's a dub. We come back swinging. We're not going to get swept by the freaking Bills again, all right? We're not the little stepchild anymore. We're back in action.
All right. Week 16 at Baltimore.
And we get hype. Me and you are getting hype because of how the record's looking, and we lose to the Baltimore Ravens. Pretty bad.
I won't be hype at that point. We'll be 1-4 in the last 5 games. I won't be hype.
Yeah, actually, you're right. No, but we might be going on a pedestal like, oh, man, we're going back up. Nope. Go right back down, Baltimore.
All right. Week 17 at New York.
We beat the Jets and beat the brakes off them at that. Baltimore gives us a nice little whooping, and we give that whooping right back.
All right. Week 18 versus Miami.
And, of course, we win that game, making our record 10-7.
Your 10-7 feels ugly to me.
Yeah, man. It'll be a testing moment of us as fans. That's how seasons go. A lot of when I see some people breaking down schedules, it's like a boring 1 win, then loss. That's not how the NFL goes. We know that, dude. Especially our team. Our team is everything's new. We're gonna go in spurts where it's highs, and we're gonna have some lows. I'm predicting we're gonna have more highs than lows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got 10-7 too. I don't know.
Probably different.
I just don't. Yeah, there's probably some games there where we're a little different. I mean, like me, I'll say we sweep the Jets, but that's just me. That's just because I don't trust. That team can be easily swept, in my opinion. But it is what it is.
Okay.
Like I said, I think the Jets are going to be fighting for third with the Miami Dolphins, and we'll see. But I do have a second division.
I just and I don't know. The big question for our defense is I don't know how it's going to actually look, because historically, and this isn't really evidence because this isn't our historic defense. Historically, we're bad against scrambling quarterbacks. That's why I have us like splitting with them, because Justin Fields pisses me off.
Well, I'm hoping with a better pass rush with both Harold Landry and Keon White, and if Milton Williams actually plays all year long, that front 4 or 5 is going to be looking good.
It is. I think it is. It's just he's still gonna probably piss us off. I don't like having when other teams have receiving backs looking at our linebacking core. I love that we got Spillane. That's going to be good for the run, toughness, and all that. None of them are good at covering, so that's going to be that's where matchup wise I have some of these losses. I hope I'm wrong, dude. Because some of these losses are going to be freaking embarrassing. All right, losing to the Giants, that's going to piss me off. It's going to really piss me off.
Why? I don't know. Why is that one a loss? I should ask you.
The pass rush. Our offensive line is not that good, and Morgan Moses is not fast. He's strong. He's not fast. Unless we can get a run game going on them, which I don't think we will because Dexter Lawrence is there. That's where I don't. I think their defense is so good, and people are hyping their defense up, but I think they're actually underrating their defense because everybody's just talking about the front seven. That secondary now looks good. So it's just not a good matchup for us. Offensively, their offense is not going to look good against our defense either. But they have a running back in Tyron Tracy that is very good at catching balls in the backfield, and he can do that to get field goals, and they get more field goals than we get.
Well, if you ask Alex, Cam Scatterboo is going to take over real soon.
I think that's a very bad take. I think he's already hurt too. I don't think that's a good take, dude. I like Cam Scatterboo. I think it'll be good for the Giants if he's good, but not this early.
Let's see how the season goes for us. Obviously, anything could happen. We're favored in 11 games. Our over/under is 8.5. So both those numbers already feel a lot better than 4-win season Patriots. So I'll take it. Yeah,
10-7, baby. We're in the playoffs. We surprised everybody, and depending on who we play in the playoffs, that'll determine how happy I am.
And you know what? We're Patriots fans, so who cares if this is false hope? We believe, damn it, we believe in our Patriots. So
there's false belief, but I mean, we can again pen the paper. I could spit this out. All right, it ain't like we got last year. We sucked the year before, and we had one of the toughest schedules. We don't have that anymore. Luckily, this year, thank God, because I don't understand
We'll be taking the Chargers playoff spot. Damn it, that's what we're gonna be doing.
Yeah, Chargers suck.
Woo! Justin Herbert's not top 10. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got for tonight.
Well, damn it.
Put yourself in a pickle, huh?
But make sure everybody that's watching still or watches this back. One, I'm thankful for Jose asking me to join. Tomorrow, we do have our last way too early series on the division. It's going to be the AFC West. It's going to be a spicy take I got. So make sure you're there. 7:40 Central Time, PM. Please.
Yeah. So, guys, tune in that at the People's Debate. You can find them on YouTube, Facebook. But subscribe. Don't forget, subscribe to my boy's channel. Give him all the support. Give him all the love. Milton does not sleep when he does not get a subscriber a day. So, he's in his, guys, he's actually in his mid-20s. And y'all making him look like he's in his late 70s.
I'm 30. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
I'm helping you here. No. You don't got to tell him the truth.
I want to lie about my age. 30 years old. 30 years young. Still kicking.
All right. Well,
hey, guys, before we leave, no, actually, go ahead. It's off.
No, what happened?
No, I was gonna say what happened with the fantasy thing on Saturday.
Well, guys, if y'all know, I had fantasy football, our draft combine games this past weekend on Saturday. It was good. It was fun.
Cool.
We did kickoff competition, a passing competition, a punt competition. 40-yard dash. We were supposed to have like a 6v6 football game. We ended up only doing 4v4 because Alex is still on crutches and one of our participants got hurt in the 40-yard dash.
No.
So we just ended up doing 4v4. It's okay. Everyone's all right. By the way, Alex did kick with his one ACL and he did pass.
All right. Shout out to you, Chi-Town. Right on.
Someone, I forgot who recorded it, but he does the punt. No, he does the kickoff, and he's just fighting the chair so badly. He's like he's struggling to and he goes solid 16 yards.
All right, it's better, hey man, whatever.
Hey, 16 yards with one ACL. At least, hey, that's my boy. At least he went out to the try.
Respect.
Yeah, so the 44 football game, should see Milton. I had wheels, man. I had route running everywhere, bro. I was like, ooh, I'm beating my man.
Are you lying because nobody?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
Dead I said, and Alex was like, even Alex was impressed. Like, I didn't know you had that in you. It's like, neither did I.
That's what I'm talking about. Dang it.
James says like, oh, you've been watching Madden. It's like, chill. You're it's right, working. But chill.
You should be watching. You weren't. Nice.
So unfortunately, the last play ended me with me beating out, I think, Trey, and I had a wide open touchdown, and then Marco throws it down the middle instead of the outside and gets picked off. So sad. I probably had like 3 touchdowns just on winning my matchups that whole day.
I wish I was there, man.
It's all right. Good competition, good fun. So, Milton, you should be part of it next year.
I totally want to. Yeah. This time I'm gonna take off. So yeah, I'm gonna freaking take off, dude.
Yeah, the guy said it was so hot. We need to do it like early in the year. So like we're probably gonna do it in March.
Smarter. Yeah, I bet you it was freaking 12 o'clock. Yeah, it was probably really hot.
As a mailman, I'm used to the heat. So
you're like why are you complaining?
So the only thing that was killing me is just the exercise. But everything else was fine. The heat was not killing me.
Yeah.
But everyone else was like, I understand.
They got their steps in that day.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So, but that was fun. Milton, I don't know what we're doing our collab podcast, Fantasy Football League. I'm still waiting on Jalen. I think it's the last person we're waiting on to sign up.
And I texted him too. He didn't respond.
He hates us. Said they.
Yeah, I think he hates us.
So we just need that one final spot put in, and then we can do a podcast episode, and we can probably put it on both channels, live draft, and then we can have all 10 of us on there if possible.
I think so.
If everyone's off, so we can put all 10 of us on screen at once.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's gonna be dope. Yeah, if y'all pick my guys, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm picking
Well,
all
it depends
your guys.
what number.
I'm picking all your guys. Don't worry, I'm picking all your guys.
You don't know who I'm.
Doesn't matter what random number we get. I'm picking your guys. So
you don't know who I'm gonna aim for.
I'm taking all your players. It doesn't matter. Joe's already talking about how he's the champion in y'all's league, and I'm like, what does that matter about this one?
I gotta say, let me say this. With that draft, I really screwed the pooch. So I instead of using just your fantasy mind, I was using my takes. And I said I have to be consistent. So I had the number 1 overall pick. And I
took Derek Carr last year.
No, I didn't take
Breece Hall. Oh,
I took Breece Hall, number 1 overall. Said, I gotta have him. And anytime you mess up in fantasy, as you know, and a lot of the fantasy owners know, if you mess up your first pick that early, you tend to lose. You lose the year. And
what pick were you?
Number 1 overall. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. It was listen. I know better now. I was in 3 leagues.
You couldn't make your point in the second round.
I didn't think he was going to be there.
He was definitely going to be there.
Yo, I brought the people's debate to fantasy, and it wasn't smart. It was not smart at all. I was in 3 leagues. I won 1. The other 2 did very bad because I went with Breece Hall in my first round.
I think I was Final Four in like 4 out of 5 leagues last year, and I didn't win any of them. I got second in 2 of them, I think. But yeah, I didn't win none of them. But it is what it is, guys. But guys, like Milton said, check them out tomorrow night. People's Debate, guys. We'll probably be back on again Thursday. We're going to have probably the regular crew. Maybe we'll talk about Cowboys, and we'll do a Cowboy-centric episode. Let me reach out to some Cowboys fans out there who are waiting to talk about Jerry, who are waiting to talk about Micah Parsons, and who are waiting to get rid of Dak Prescott. But guys, for this episode, my boy Milton, thank you for joining me. I'm Jose Garza. We are Puro Pinche Sports. We are out.